Hello and welcome. Welcome. We are here in Dallas, Texas, as the Yates Lions are preparing to take on the Carter Cowboys. Jack Yates coming in. This is their first game of the season. And I am here with Jalen Gillis, and we're looking for a great game here in Dallas, Texas tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to a great game and what's been a historic matchup between these two teams, two historic programs and two very rich communities. Houston Jack Yates taking on the Dallas Carter Cowboys as we have just kicked off here. We'll get things underway. Looks like Carter's going to receive. They're going to be brought down, and looks like he's still on his feet trying to get some extra yards, but he'll be brought down. He'll lose some yards, and he'll be just behind the 15-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him down at about the 4-yard line.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in, those that are joining. This broadcast is sponsored by Top Choice Lending. Top Choice Lending out of Houston, Texas there. Jack Yates graduate Ken Gilliard made it possible for us to be able to bring you this broadcast, and we'll be talking more about him and more about Yates later on in it. And so we're just excited to be here in Dallas, Texas to be able to cover these two historic teams.
Yeah, two very storied programs. Like we said, everyone talks about the 85 Yates team and the 88 Carter team. We're going to get a chance to see both of the 2023 squads right here. They're going to start with a handoff, and he's got some decent yardage, and he'll be brought down after he picks up enough for the first down. And that's going to be Caden Landry. When we got to talk to the Carter coach, we talked to him about this young man. He's got a lot of charisma, a lot of spirit, and one of the leaders for this team. Had over 2,000 yards running last year. Caden Landry is going to be a big part of this offense.
Yeah, they got a chance to he got a chance to get healed up, and we're looking for a great time. He's breaking free again.
And Caden Landry, once again, this time he's going to break away. Caden Landry going down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to get there. Caden Landry all the way to the house. Touchdown, Carter.
Yeah, he when he got to that second level, it was pretty much a foot race from there, and he won that foot race.
Yeah, he showed off some of the speed right there, was able to get the angle, beat out the guys trying to get behind him, and good run right there. Only took a few plays for this Carter offense to get into the end zone for the first time. And they're going to make the extra point attempt. It's going to bring this 7-0 start for Dallas Carter in this one. 11:16 left to go in this first quarter as they've got out here early. Didn't take them long to get things started. Trying to pick up where they left off last year, a 9-3 record. They want to be able to extend themselves a little bit further in the playoffs. When we talked to coach for Carter, he talked about wanting to get a little bit further in the playoffs than they were able to last time. All starts here in week 1, and they're off to a great start, getting led by the senior Caden Landry.
Yeah, and it was a missed tackle really at the linebacker level, and it led to that particular score. And so, you know, these kind of things happen. It's still early in the season. This is our first game, and so these coaches are trying to get these guys into places and trying to find out who can play, who can't play, and they're going to be battling some conditions. The temperature when we hit the ground out here was triple digits earlier, and I'm hoping that it's a little cooler out there on the field. And so we saw last night in the game that we broadcast that battling the injuries and dehydration and all of those things are part of getting acclimated and playing football in Texas in August and September.
Yeah, it's a completely different game than how they'll be playing at the end of the season. When you start, you got to battle that heat just about as much as you got to battle those guys lining up across from you. And Carter's going to kick this one off. Looks like this one's going to go over the head of the returner. It's going to be a touchback, and it's going to start Yates out on the 25-yard line, and we'll get a chance to see this Jack Yates offense for the first time this season.
And we know that both of these teams, Jalen, are coming. These are two storied past, two storied seasons, two storied teams. I'm sorry, and we may get into some of that debate. Maybe we can
Oh, yeah.
get somebody from that 1988 Carter team. Maybe if you're watching, you can call in. We could find a way to get you on the line. But that's the debate. Which team was better? The Yates player breaks free and he's brought down.
Yeah, first time getting to see this Yates offense this year, looking to rebound. 5 and 6 year last year, they were able to get to the playoffs, lost to Bay City in the first round, and they're going to be looking to build this year, see if they can get this program back to where it once was. It's going to start with week 1. They go lined up. They're going to come out 2 wide receiver set. 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback, and looks like we've got some movement, and that's something we are going to see in these week 1 games.
We'll just have to see who they call this on, because actually the defender came over and the offensive lineman kind of reacted to that. And so we'll just kind of have to see how they're calling it. It's the beginning of the season for the refs also.
Oh, yeah. I think we got to see that in one of the games we got to do yesterday. It's definitely the beginning of the season for everybody. Everyone's looking to shake a little bit of rust off. So it's going to be 2nd down and 2. And looks like.
And they did call that on the defense.
So they'll replay 1st down. They'll call that one on the defense. Yates will move forward a little bit.
No, it was a 1st down with that 5-yard penalty. And so Yates got a chance to move the chains.
Looks like reverse field. Tried to get around that edge, but brought down in the backfield that time, unable to get around the Carter defender.
That was Deshaun Scott. Deshaun Scott out of Houston Yates.
Yeah, the junior running back tried to reverse field, get around, couldn't get around the edge that time. 2nd down, they'll be right behind the sticks. 2nd and 11. Going to line up, I formation, got a man in motion. This one's going to be a quick toss to the outside. Makes the first man miss. Tries to make the second miss and is hit by a swarm of tacklers. The ball popped out, but they're going to say he was down first. And we saw a lot of that red starting to move the other way. They said the ball was down, or he was down by contact first before the ball came out. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So it's going to be 3rd and trying to see, it looks like about 8 to go.
3rd and 8.
About 3rd and 8 to go. And see what Yates is able to dial up to try to keep these chains moving. You don't want to get too far behind on a team like Carter, and they want to kind of keep this score moving. And so here is Yates coming to the line.
So 3rd down, a passing down. We'll see what quarterback Jaquan Brandon has. And looks like they'll stop beforehand. And looks like a timeout was called right before they were able to get that play off. So the first timeout of the night is going to be called with 8:53 left to go in this first quarter. And right now, Carter out to a decent start. 6-0 lead for them. Actually missed the extra point attempt. So it's a 6-0 lead for Carter taking on this Yates team. And like we said, 2 historic programs in these 2 teams. And we'll find time at some point, either at halftime or maybe a little bit after, we can find how to start that debate going again with that 1988 Carter team versus that 1985 Yates team. 2 very, very historic and important teams when you talk about Texas high school football.
Definitely. And Yates is coming back out after a little brief timeout, trying to get players in alignment. Here at the beginning of the season, you want to make sure you got players lined up in the proper places. Just a lot of moving parts at the beginning of a season, and these coaches have been working hard. Coaches have been working hard trying to get these kids prepared.
In the heat, too. 3rd down and 8. They're in the 3 wide receiver set. It's going to be dropped back. Brandon's going to roll out to the left. He throws this one's got a man open, and this one is going to be caught for the 1st down. Good play call that time. Move the chains for Houston Yates.
And that was big. He basically just rolled out in the flat He had a receiver come run a curl right there and around the 48-yard line. They were able to keep the sticks moving. At this point for Yates, you just want to keep getting first downs.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You don't want to get behind on the sticks too. They did a good job that time on 3rd and 8. Here they come out in the 3 wide receiver set. Going to be another quick pass to the side, and that time's going to go through the hands of the intended receiver. Not able to bring that one in, and that was Edward Chenal who just picked up that first down a play ago, unable to keep hold of that ball. 2nd down. Quarterback Jaquan. Second down and 10. It's going to be another QB rollout. Hits a man on the run and able to get this almost down to the first down. We'll see where they mark this at. And will they give him enough for the first down? But another good play action play that time as he was able to hit one of his guys moving,
that was
the tight end.
Yeah, Wilford, I believe is his name. He was one of the coaches that I spoke to from Yates told me that's one of the players that you need to look for is that tight end. He's got quite a few offers from what I understand. And so he was able to pick that one up.
Yeah, good play that time. They're going to come out in the I formation once again, first down and 10. And this one's going to be a handoff. Tries to get to the outside, makes a couple people miss. He's still up, and he'll be brought down out of bounds. Good hard run that time by the running back, Sean Scott,
yeah.
the junior, able to.
That was the other player that one of the Yates coaches happened to mention was the Scott kid. And so Yates has got a few kids. Of course, it's not like some of the 1985 where you had 27 D1 offers or 27 college players. But nevertheless, they're moving the sticks. They're moving the sticks, and that's what's important. Carter scored quickly, but it's not important that you score quickly every time.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time in this game, and they really just want to make sure they're getting everything right. 2 wide receiver set, 2 tight end. This one's going to be another quick throw to the outside, stiff arm, and it's going to be brought down for a loss on that play, a couple-yard loss, and that's going to bring up another 3rd down. Second time that this offense has seen the 3rd down.
That went out to Jordan Andrews. He wasn't able to break that tackle. You know, Carter was kind of reading that particular play. He was able to make the catch, but he wasn't able to break that tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
That's manageable.
Yeah, 3rd down and manageable, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from the senior QB and Jaquan Brandon in controlling this offense. 3rd down and 6. Going to come out with a fullback, running back, 2 wide receivers. It's going to be a toss play, and he's going to have enough. Looks like brought down just at the sticks, just at the first down marker that time.
I think that's a move the sticks. Yeah, that's the first down.
And they will move the sticks first down. Another big time 3rd down play that time brought on by the running back, Scott. So right now, Houston Yates playing at their own pace. Like you said, Carter came out striking quick. Yates not letting that change anything. As we go to another timeout getting called right here. 6:52 left to go in this first quarter. 6-0 is the lead. Yates 0, Carter 6. We'll be right back after a short break. Back to the action here. 6:52 left to go in this first quarter. Yates moving the ball down the field, 1st and 10, as they've had methodical drive going, trying to get into the end zone for their first touchdown of the season. They're going to come back out in a 3 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. They got running back in motion. They're going to hit the running back in motion, and he's going to lose the ball, and I believe that's going to be incomplete. Never had full control of the ball that time, bobbled the bubble screen.
Yeah. He had some positive yardage in front of him, but this is the key. You got to catch it first, then turn upfield.
Yeah, I think he might have took his eyes off the ball for a quick second there.
Those of you that are watching on the website, if you happen to want to view this thing to get some comments going, the game is also on YouTube. If you know someone that does not have internet browser access and they have an app on their phone, it's being shown on YouTube also.
It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be brought down after a short gain. Looks like that was Scott. He'll pick up minimal yardage. Right here. It's 3rd and 9, big time 3rd down right here. The 3rd one of this drive. They're going to come out 2 wide receiver set. It's going to be another play action. He's going to roll out this time. He's got pressure in the backfield, make some people miss. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down after picking up about 5 or 6 yards. Not enough for the first down that time, but impressive moves there from Brandon that time, being able to get out of the scrum.
Hey, Jaquan was wiggling in there. He's trying to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
I like those kind of players. You know, sometimes the play breaks down. It's not going according to plan. You got to make it happen.
Got close to doing it right there. It gets them to a 4th and 5. See the offense still out on the field. We'll see what Yates draws up here.
Let's see if this is a way to try to get them to jump off sides.
They've got a man in motion. They're going to look the other way. Pressure in the backfield. He's got a man open, and that one just couldn't connect. Had a man open that time. Looked like he was trying to find one of his tight ends. Could not hit him that time, and miscommunication. It's going to be a turnover on downs for Yates. It's going to give the Carter team this ball back with a little bit of life added on the top of it.
That was a missed opportunity. Player did break open. He did break open, and it was just a little short. I thought he might have been able to come back for the ball. You got to, both players, both the quarterback and the receiver have to work together. Sometimes you got to come back. It's just not exactly where you want it.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of lost where the ball was in the area. It's kind of what it looked like. He was trying to locate it. Now this Carter team is going to come out. They've got the ball on the 20-yard line. This one's going to be a handoff back to Landry, and Landry this time is going to be brought down after a minimal yardage gain. So I'm sure we'll get a heavy dose of Landry in this game.
That's number 7, Jordan Andrews, the one that was made a few good catches on offense. He's also Jordan is also playing defensive end. When you get in some of these classifications, Jalen, players are not able to just play offensive defense, but a lot of these guys have to play both sides of the ball.
And what a throw that time. Throw and catch from the QB and able to find his man open that time, and that is Kyon Andrews, able to come up with the catch. And what a throw that time from the quarterback, Quaylen Robinson, able to find the open man.
Big time throw, big time throw. Gets them across the 50 onto the 38-yard line of Yates.
Robinson, we know, missed last year, got hurt in this Yates game. I believe this one is going to be a run. Big hole up the middle. Here comes Landry once again. 2nd touchdown of the game for Caden Landry, who's starting to take over in this matchup.
They just blew that hole wide open. I think we could have drove a truck through that hole.
Great play right there. Good play calling from Carter once again as they're able to get into the end zone. Caden Landry putting on a show to start off this I-45 Classic. Looks like they will send out the offense to try to go for two, see if they can get this back to 14. And it's going to be a handoff on the two-point conversion that's not going to get it that time, as he's going to be brought down short of the goal line. So that will keep our score 12-0.
So our score now 12-0 here in Dallas, Texas. 4:16 left to go in the first quarter. Carter in control of this one. That touchdown is brought to you by Top Choice Lending. Top Choice Lending there in Houston, Texas. If you are in the market for a home and you need a loan, call Ken Gilliard, Top Choice Lending. He's got a staff of loan officers that can make that happen. They are fast, they are smart, and they can make your dream come true.
Getting ready for the kickoff here. 12-0 lead for Carter, as they've kind of been striking quick. Not much time of possession. Yates really took out most of the time of possession that's gone so far in this game. 4:16 left to go in the first quarter. But Carter has found a way to get up on the scoreboard twice now. This one is going to be kicked off, and it will be fielded at about the 10-yard line. Looks like he dropped that one, so he'll have to pick it back up. He'll bring it out of the end zone, tries to get around there. He's got a little bit of space, tries to make some people miss, but in the end, brought down, backed up against our own end zone. Looks like they'll be at about the 10-yard line. Good to see the Yates offense once again, who was moving the ball on their last drive, just was not able to come out with points that time. First down and 10. Yates offense back on the field. They're going to hand this one off to Scott. He tries to reverse field, and he's in trouble. He's going to slip down, and he'll be brought down right against the goal line. He'll be at about the 2-yard line that time. So Yates offense backs up a little bit further as they're going to be battling, try to get in front of the sticks. Second down and long coming up. Second down and 17, backed up against their own end zone. And it's going to be brought down, looks like about the 2-yard line is where they'll mark him. So it's going to be third and long. They're going to try to get some yardage out of this to at least help the punter out some if they want to try to punt this away. If they're not able to get the first down. Third down and 18. 3 wide receiver set. This one is going to be a fake, and he makes some people miss in the end zone, avoids the safety, lets this go, has a man open, and he makes a person miss, and he's going to get right at the sticks for the first down marker. What a play that time made by the QB and the receiver that time, able to get close to the yardage marker. Saw a flag come out late into that play. Looks like the ref's discussing. We'll see which way they go with this. Looks like the penalty will go against Carter and holding as well on Yates. So those penalties most likely offset each other, and unfortunately, they'll have to replay that third down and long. We're able to catch some lightning in the bottle on the last play. So replay, third down and 18. And this one is going to be hit, and he's trying to fight out of his own end zone. He throws it back to his quarterback, and the quarterback takes off running, but I believe they're going to say he was called down already. We'll see. Looks like they're going to say he was down at the 1. And so fourth down will come up now, and they'll have to try to punt this one away. It's going to be backed up in their own end zone, trying to punt this one away. I'm going to see some max protection from team, and they punt this one away. It's going to hit down at about the 32, fielded at about the 38. It's going to be picked up, and he'll try to get a couple yards out of it. Doesn't get much, gets about 6 yards on that last play. I think that was Duncan on the punt return, able to get them down to about the 32-yard line. And we'll see this Carter offense once again working with a very short field this time. Been able to score on their last 2 drives coming out. Quarterback Robinson back under the helms. They'll come out in a 3 wide receiver set. Tight end and running back as well. They'll roll out the pocket this time. This time Robinson is going to keep it. Robinson with some green grass in front of him. He'll go out of bounds after he picks up enough yardage for the first down. About a 14-yard gain that time from the senior quarterback. Like what I've been seeing so far from the senior quarterback in Quaylen Robinson. Like we said, missed games last season due to injury. And he's coming back for his senior season, and he's looking to make a statement here as he's playing great in this first game so far. First down and 10, 4 wide receiver set. Flag going to come out before the play is started. It's going to be a false start on Carter. Still back up 5 yards. Going to back them up. First down and 15, ball on the 24-yard line. 3 wide receiver set. Going to hand this one off. Fake handoff, and Robinson's going to keep. Robinson calling out the blocks. And unable to get it that time. He'll cut it upfield, and he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. See a very late flag come out. And the refs are coming together to be able to make this call. And looks like this one is going to be holding once again. So this time that'll back up Carter's team, as they already have 1 penalty, back them up to 1st and 15. They'll back up a little bit further. So it'll remain 1st and 15, or 1st and 16. This one a fake, and they get this one off quick. Stiff arm, and he's trying to get around the edge. This time he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. And it looks like that time it was Camden Patterson able to get that catch. Camden Patterson, one of the guys had to step up and try to fill in the QB last year when Robinson went down. Drop back pass from Robinson. Robinson still looking. He's got a man in the end zone. Tries to find him, and he does. What a pass that time. Touchdown. Robinson with the great pass. Shows the poise in the pocket that time and finds his receiver in the end zone. Touchdown for Carter as they close out this first quarter on fire. 3 straight touchdowns here in the first as we've got about 12 seconds left to go. $18-0 is the score after that great pass that time from senior QB and Quaylen Robinson, who's really starting to find his rhythm out there. Got to watch him look through the progression, stepped up in the pocket, found the open man in the end zone. And looks like a flag is going to fly out before they could get the extra point off. I think that one will be on Carter. I had the 18-point lead, but been hit with a few penalties as we've gotten towards the end of this first quarter. And this one is going to be kicked good and through the uprights. It's going to make this a 19-0 lead for Dallas Carter as they're opening up the season here at Kincaid Stadium in Dallas, Texas, taking on Houston Yates. And they've got themselves a 19-point lead. Talked a little bit about Patterson having to step up last year and play for his teammate in Quaylen Robinson. Quaylen Robinson coming back in his first game back for his senior season. And he's been playing great so far. So Carter will come line up to kick this one off.
So 19-0 with 12 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Again, Carter's in control of this one. Jalen, I think it's really come down to some execution. Yates has shown some flashes, and they moved the ball down the field. They just failed to get it into the end zone. A pass was just a little bit underthrown. So they've been able to move the ball. They just hadn't been able to execute when they've been in scoring position.
Yeah, I haven't been able to fully execute. I'm interested to see how this Yates offense looks. Like you said, they were able to move the ball, had some success earlier in the quarter, just got behind the sticks on that last drive. So interested to see how this Yates team can come out and respond. QB Jaquan Brandon behind center. Here comes Yates. They'll line it up. First down and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. And the penalty on the kickoff that was against Carter will move them up an extra 5 yards. First down and 10, ball on the 30. They're going to come out in the I formation. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. This is a drop back pass. He's going to let this one go down the sideline, but it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect with his receiver that time. Looks like they tried to catch Carter sleeping a little bit right at the end of this quarter. Unable to connect. Second down and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. 5 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And they're going to hand this one off to Scott. Scott with a stiff arm, able to get out of bounds that time, pick up a few yards, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one here in Dallas Kincaid Stadium, Carter up 19-0 on Yates in this one. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter. You're watching Carter and Yates on Centex Sports Network. Back to the action here. Start of the second quarter. Yates with the ball. They're going to be on the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 5 as they come back after the break. Chance to try to pick up the first down. Looks like they're going to use the QB read option and goes all the way out of bounds, and looks like he's going to be just short. And it's going to bring down 4th down and short. A 3rd down and short. Yes, it looks like they corrected it now. 4th down and short. Yates offense will stay out here on the field.
Right now, Yates is trying to get the ball moving. But I think I got one of these former Lions on the line. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I got Ken Gilliard, the owner of Top Choice Lending, our sponsor tonight. Ken, I know that you are a proud Jack Yates Lion.
I surely am, man.
And we want to thank you so much for sponsoring this broadcast. Yates is falling behind a little bit, but tell us a little bit about the Pride and tell me what class you graduated in. Just a little about the Pride you guys have in this Houston Yates team.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2008. My coach when I was coach was Clarence McKinney, who's at TSU now. But man, that Jack Yates, that 3rd Ward Pride, man, it's a family.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to even go to Yates. I wasn't even zoned to Yates. My mom made sure I went to Yates, and it was amazing to be able to go to that school and just be around it. It's a family. Even till this day, it's a family.
Definitely,
You know, so.
definitely a family, and you sponsored here tonight, Top Choice Lending. And tell us just a little bit about Top Choice Lending, so our viewers know who you are or who Top Choice Lending is.
Top Choice Lending is a mortgage brokerage. We're licensed here in the state of Texas, of course, Florida, Louisiana. But I started this company back in 2017, and we've grown to quite a few loan officers and an amazing team. And we're licensed to do mortgage loans all throughout the state of Texas.
Yeah, you guys are doing an amazing job out there. The team has been building. I've been watching. The team's been building, and everybody needs to get that opportunity at the American Dream. And things get a little rough sometimes, but one thing about it that I've seen is one of the best vehicles towards wealth and the transference of wealth is through home ownership.
Yep, that is true. That's why I started this company. I used to work for a bank, and other times clients would come in and they were told no, that they couldn't own for whatever reason or not. And we make sure that we give clients a fair opportunity to purchase a property, live the American dream. That was my goal and my dream to make this happen, and we're doing it.
Last question for you, Ken. Because I know you're Jack Yates proud. Best teams. This is a legacy. This is the I-45 Legacy Classic. Jack Yates had a state championship in 1985. Carter had one in
Yep.
1988. Which one of those teams you're going to say is best team in high school football history? Which one you going to give it
Oh,
to?
and you already know Jack Yates High School was the best team to ever grace the field, the 100 yards.
That's
My old coach, Coach Miller used to let us listen. We used to hear it all the time. Back in 1985 when Jack Yates won the state championship, we used to hear it every day. So absolutely, that's the best one.
Hey, thanks for calling in, Ken, and again appreciate your support of Jack Yates and this classic. We really appreciate everything that you've done, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely, awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
I think I cut Ken out before he said go Jack Yates. and, you know, and at the time, you know, Carter's just running up and down the field. So, but yeah, but I brought Ken on because guys like him, businesses like him, a lot of these schools, Carter and Yates, have people that have come through and walked the halls of those schools, and they've gone on to be successful. And it's so important. It's so important that you go back and do something for where you went to high school and if they've impacted your life.
Yeah, always important whenever these guys get to come back and give back in their communities, whether that be through charity or whether that be through giving and leading people to different opportunities like Kim was just talking about on there. And not surprised by his answer about Yates versus Carter. Not surprised about that answer. Sure, we'll be hearing some different answers throughout the night as we talk about those two teams.
Hey, and if you're watching it, Carter, if you got a 1988 Carter player, you want to tap in, make a chat go to YouTube and make a comment in the chat, and we'll make sure maybe we can get you on.
Yeah, we definitely love to hear from both of these fan bases. As Carter has just scored once again the last touchdown. Now they're coming out for the extra point attempt. They've got it up to 25 right now. And the last touchdown, and got to talk about him a little bit earlier and how he was able to step up and help his team last year. This year, back at his natural position in receiver, and they punched this extra point attempt in is what it looks like. And that will bring the score to 27 now for Dallas Carter, as we've got 10:39 left to go here in this first half. Right now, Carter in full control of this game, up 27-0. Carter getting ready to come back for a kickoff. Carter lining up for the kickoff. 10:39 left to go here in this first half. Carter up 27-0. This one is going to be booted and received at about the 10-yard line. And got through. Made a couple people miss, and he'll be brought down just past the 30, about the 33-yard line. Get a chance to see this Yates offense once again. Still looking to get first points of this new season up. Plenty of time left in this game. 10:29 left to go in this first half. It's first down and 10, ball on the 32-yard line to start off this drive. This one is going to be play action and a rollout as he tries to hit his man on the sideline. Couldn't connect with his receiver that time. So he tried to get that one to Edward Chenal. Couldn't connect. It's going to bring up second down. Second down now and 10 after the incomplete pass. Come lined up in the I formation, 2 wide receivers out. It's going to be play action rollout. He looks for a man. He's got somebody wide open down the field and just couldn't connect with the receiver that time as he had a man open down the field. Play action rollout worked to perfection that time, just could not connect with the intended man. Tried to hook up with Keyshawn Vaughn, the senior receiver, unable to do so, and looks like some laundry on the field as well. And looking to the referees for the call. If they call the legal man downfield, that goes against Yates. And so that is going to back them up. It's a good play call on the last play. Just couldn't connect with his intended man. Would have come back anyway if they had legal man downfield. Going to come out 3 wide receiver set. Will be in the shotgun. Brandon will drop back, lets this one go, tries to hit the screen, and that one a dangerous pass that was batted down by the lineman, almost intercepted that time. The lineman couldn't fully get his hands on that one. Another flag on the play. This one will go against Yates as well. That will back them up just a little bit further. Second down and now 25 as Yates is backed up against the sticks. Looks like they'll change out some personnel. Yates tries to get this offense going. 10:05 to go in the first half. And looks like now we're going to get a timeout called. Timeout on the field. 27-0 is the score. It's Carter in full control of this one. Going to get a timeout called. We'll be right back. So back to the action here as we're live from Kincaid Stadium here in Dallas, Texas. Houston Yates taking on Dallas Carter in the I-45 matchup. Yates right now backed up behind the sticks. QB rollout, and he's going to be tripped up as he was trying to get free, as we've seen him be able to do multiple times tonight. That time just unable to get away from the defenders, and he'll be hit down just in front of their own goal line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He was trying to make a play and just ran out of real estate there. The defender was able to get his hands on him, and so that kind of puts them further back in the hole here.
Yeah, it's backed him up. They've lost a lot of yardage here on this drive. I'm sure they'll try to pick up some yardage here, see if they can get the punter out of the end zone.
One of the keys, Jalen, a lot of times when you get, you're down by 27 points, you're backed up, and you're trying to make big plays, but oftentimes when you're trying to make big plays, especially at this level, it leads to a bad play.
Yeah.
And so in order to make comebacks, you just need to make first downs and keep it basic. Do basic things. It still comes down to blocking and tackling. And assignment football, you start winning the battle, not on the scoreboard, but you start winning the battle with the man that's in front of you.
Yeah, it's got to start with one play at a time. Here's Yates backed up against the end zone, 3rd and 39. This one's going to be another QB rollout as he hits his man in the end zone, and he's going to be brought down. That's going to be a safety, ladies and gentlemen. Unable to get out of the end zone that time as he hit his running back on the play action rollout, but unable to get out of the end zone. So that's going to be a safety. Attack on 2 more points for this Carter defense, who was on fire so far tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're running, you're trying to make a play. Sometimes you just got to throw the ball away.
Yeah,
and just get rid of the ball and live for the next play. Again, when you're just trying to make something happen, you can get caught up, and it leads to something like this where you got a safety.
Yeah, so they'll come back out with the safety kick team. Give this Dallas Carter offense the ball back with about a little over 8.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
.8:42 left to go here in Dallas, Texas. Second quarter. Carter in complete control of this game against Jack Yates. Houston Yates hadn't scored as of yet. Been close, but have not been able to really capitalize inside the red zone.
Yeah, haven't been able to get that offense completely going. Like you said, showed some signs and a few sparks of life earlier in that first quarter. Last few possessions just really been hit by penalties, backing them up, and then putting them in sort of some impossible situations. So we'll see if the defense can come out and get a stop against this Dallas team and maybe get a chance to get the offense the ball back before the half is up. This one is going to be kicked off and returned at about the 35-yard line. As he's moving, he's got some blockers now. He sees some green grass in front of him, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 25-yard line that time, as that was a really good return that time put on from Derek Duncan. We saw able to get loose just a little bit earlier, able to make another play right there in the special teams, getting his team a little bit closer, see if they can try to punch one in. Plenty of time left in this first half, 8:30. Here comes this Carter offense. Robinson back underneath, running the helms for his team. He's got 4 wide receivers set. Tight end as well. And looks like we're going to see a timeout called by Carter. This time looks like they're trying to get lined up right. Timeout call from Carter. 8:30 left to go in this first half. Looks like Carter's going to get a short timeout, so we'll take a short break and come right back. Back to the action. First down and 10, ball on the 26-yard line as Carter's offense is back out. Come out in the 4 wide receiver set. There's going to be a QB keeper right up the middle. He's got blockers. He's able to get to the outside, and he'll walk this one into the end zone. Touchdown for Carter. Once again, this time the senior QB in Quaylen Robinson able to pick up yet another touchdown in this first half, and Robinson has been on fire along with the rest of his teammates in this first half as they're able to get another score in. 8:18 left to go here in the first half. As they come back after getting the good field position off of the safety kick return, gets them in good position. Quaylen Robinson able to bring it home to do the rest of the way, picking up some great blocks from his teammates that time, opened up a pretty big hole for him to be able to walk into the end zone. And they're going to try to get to 2 points on this one. No good. So it will remain 35-0 right now as Dallas Carter taking over this game. Back to the action in this one is Carter getting ready to kick off. 35-0 lead here in the first half for Carter as they're putting on a show so far in this first half. You can hear the sounds of Dallas Carter Band as they're getting their crowd hyped up here in Kincaid Stadium. This one's going to be returned. He's still on his feet at the 20-yard line, trying to reverse field, and trucks through one person, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. Yates offense will come back out onto the field. Looks like they're looking for where mark it down at. They haven't set the sticks yet. I want to thank everybody who's been watching with us so far from both crowds, whether you're rooting for Dallas Carter or Houston Yates. Strong alumni programs from both schools. Let us know who you guys are rooting for in the comments if you guys are watching with us on YouTube. If you want to be able to jump into the live chat, talk a little noise with some people, join on to the YouTube and jump in the chat. Drop who you guys are rooting for in this game. First down and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Got a man in motion. They'll give it to the running back. And he's still on his feet. He's making some people miss, and he'll be brought down. Looks like a late tackle. Out of bounds. Don't see any laundry on the field, but a little bit of a late hit. Good run that time from Scott as he's able to pick up a first down for his team. So that run will move them down to about the 27-yard line. First down and 10. as they try to just pick up some first downs here. First and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. 3 wide receiver set. They're going to come out in the shotgun. And not able to get away from the pressure that time. He'll be brought down and sacked in the backfield. That time the pressure put on by Carter, and that is Travion Bookman. Lineman out of Carter able to get in the backfield to come up with the sack. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. Ball moved back to the 23-yard line. They'll come out lined up, 2nd down and 14, and looks like we're going to have a timeout get called by the coach. Timeout called, 2nd down and 14. When they come back, we've got 6:59 left to go here in this first half as Carter's still in full control of this one. Take a short break and come back. Back to the action, 2nd down and 14. Yates with the ball. It's going to be a rollout this time and tries to get away from the D end, able to do it. Got one more man to beat, makes another person miss, and he'll be brought down after a gain of a few yards and a few extra curricular activities there after the play and a little bit of pushing and shoving. Good play that time from the QB to able to evade the pressure. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Third down and 7 coming up. Ball going to be on the 30-yard line. And the flag is going to be called. And this one is going to go against Yates. That will back them up. Puts it back to 3rd and 12 now. It's now ball on the 25-yard line, 3rd down and 12. They're going to come out in the 3 wide receiver set. Play action rollout. It's going to be caught this time, but he'll be brought down immediately. Looks like he slipped up after getting the catch. That is going to bring up a 4th down now. 4th down, looks like they'll bring on the punting units. And we'll get a chance to see this Carter offense once again before the halftime break. This one is going to be punted off and fielded, and this time dropped. Looks like he muffed the punt, but was able to get the ball right back that time, and that was another return from Duncan. So I have a good return his last time out, able to keep possession. Carter's offense coming out one more time. So far, it has been the Quaylen Robinson show as he has dominated in this first half. Really, really showing a lot of poise and good job of controlling his team. First down and 10, the ball will be on the 42-yard line. They're going to come out empty set in the backfield, 5 wide receivers, quick throw, and he's going to try to get upfield, and he does. Now here comes the breakaway speed as he starts to turn on the jets, and he's going to get all the way after the short hitch route, able to take this one all the way. Touchdown, Orion Wallace, as Carter able to get back onto the board. Once again, touchdown for Carter.
Kind of saw that coming. Yates was running a blitz. They were bringing up linebackers, and I saw the safety close to the line. So once he was able to break that first tackle, it was to the house after that.
Yeah, just after that, just got to turn the jets on, show some of that speed as Wallace able to get out and put up another touchdown and yet another passing touchdown for Quaylen Robinson, who is having quite the comeback party in the start for his senior season. And the PAT is going to be blocked, so the score will remain 41. Another touchdown score by Dallas Carter. 41-0 is your score. 4:27 left to go here in this first half. And we'll come back for Carter getting ready to kick the ball off.
Want to give a shout out to some of you guys that are tuning in from different places. Joe Dominguez is watching. I see Troy O'Neill watching. James Mitchell, that's on Facebook.
Carter will kick this one off. This one's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line. Be brought down just past the 30. As Yates offense will come back out onto the field. It's been full domination so far from Carter in this game, but we always know it's week one for both teams, so neither team is going to try to let up any. Both teams need to build to be able to go throughout the rest of this season. Even the Yates side, as they try to get their offense going, Carter as well, with whether they keep their starters in or filter in some of the younger guys as well, get them some experience, because you never know when you need some of these guys. It's going to be a handoff on first down and 10. He's able to get over to the sideline, and Scott once again with another decent run.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Both teams, Jalen, are not at the same place. Carter coming off a 9-3 record, I think it was, on last year. Yates did make it to the playoffs, but they were not at the same place. And so, you know, it shows up. It shows up. But this is game one, and Yates will be able to make some adjustments. They're getting a chance to see who can play, who's ready, who's not. And there is nothing like game experience. There's nothing like game experience. And so
it's like Brandon going to try to make a couple people miss, and still on his feet, and he'll be hit down by a swarm of tacklers that time, as he's been trying to make some things happen with his legs all night tonight, but just difficult so far in this one. Right now, that was Christopher Brown who was in on the last play in a QB. They're going to try a few different things at their quarterback position, as they've got the sophomore in right now running the offense. I formation is going to be a drop back. They're going to roll out, tries to go to the other direction, and finds a man, able to hit his man down the field. Tries to stay up on his feet, and he'll be brought down. But a good connection that time from the sophomore QB over to the receiver. That was Keyshawn Vaughn, the senior, able to get his hands on that one, turned it upfield, picked up the first down for Yates.
And the DB on that one really saved the touchdown because he was beat, but he held on.
Yeah, he did.
He held on.
He held on that time, stopped the touchdown. Going to make Yates try to earn it in his final 2 minutes of play in this first half.
Sometimes the best thing you could do is hold on.
First down to 10, ball on the 44. Going to come out in the I formation once again. This time it is going to be a handoff right up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed and met right away at the line to scrimmage. That time they get in early on the action. That was Roy Washington able to come in at the linebacker position and meet him there first. Second down. Clock still running. About 1:40 left to go in this first half as Yates going to come out trying to get some points up on the board before half is out. 3 wide receiver set. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's got a man downfield, underthrown a little bit, but the flag is going to come back for pass interference that time, so that will move them down the field some more as he tried to find his man that time, Edward Chenal down the field. Had him open, kind of underthrew a little bit, and as he tried to come back to the ball, just hit by the DB.
Yeah, so they're in the red zone again. Let's see after they mark this off.
We've seen some of these Yates receivers be able to get loose, just haven't been able to connect with the quarterback, whether that be placement of the ball or not much time in the backfield. Carter's front seven has been playing great so far in this game, really creating some pressure in the backfield. First down and 10, ball on the 30. Yates has got a man in motion. He's going to fake to his running back. Now looks down the field, steps up in the pocket. He's got a man open, just could not get it to his intended receiver that time, as he had a man moving downfield, and that was the senior once again, Vaughn. Opened in the middle of the field on the post route, just unable to connect with his quarterback that time. He had to step up in the pocket and try to make that throw. Second down to 10, ball still on the 30, 1:08 left to go in this first half. Drop back pass. He's going to pump fake, still on his feet. Makes somebody miss, and then he'll be hit down as they come and deliver a big hit that time. And that will bring them down short of the line of gain, as that was Jordan Stevens able to come in from third level and make a big hit that time on the QB. Going to be 3rd and 7 now.
Clock is running, and so Yates is going to have to get a play in. The clock is moving.
Yeah, they used, I believe, all of their timeouts trying to fix some things earlier in the game. So they're battling against this clock as well, as it is running down under 20 seconds.
They got to go to the end zone.
And he's got time. He lets this one go, but this one is going to be tough, as that one almost caught as the ball was tipped up in the air that time. Threw that one into triple coverage. It's going to be 4th down and 7 now, with about 7 seconds left to go. So they might try to get one more shot in at the end zone. Almost a miracle play that time. This ball was tipped up, tried to get it on the ground. 4th and 7 now. 7 seconds left in the first half and potential final play of the first half. They'll come out in the 4 wide receiver set, 1 running back. And looks like it's going to be a timeout call right before that final play. So it'll remain 4th down and 7. And looks like it won't be a timeout. I think that's going to be looks like that one's going to be a delay of game, so that's going to back them up extra 5 yards. They'll try to get one more play off here. 4th down and 7. Drop back for the pass. He's going to try to roll out the pocket this time. A lot of green grass in front of him. He's going to try to make something happen himself. Stays on his feet, and he'll be brought down out of bounds. But that will be the time to go in this one. So that is going to do it for our first half. In this one, 41-0 is your score as Carter in full control as we move towards halftime in this one. 41-0 is the score. Getting ready to go to half. You'll get a chance to see some from the band of Dallas Carter and some of Houston Yates as well as we head towards the half. 41-0 is your score. We'll be back. You're watching Centex Sports Network.
This episode of Centex Primetime is brought to you by Top Choice Lending. Top Choice Lending specializing in helping you understand all of the mortgage and financing options so you can make a smart and informed decision. Ken Gilliard, owner of Top Choice Lending, is one of Houston's top loan officers. If you are ready to get into the home of your dreams, call Ken Gilliard, trusted partner and title sponsor of Centex Primetime. Top Choice Lending, your source for mortgage lending. Back to the show. Hello again. This is Roy Gillis, Centex Sports, and we're up to the next segment of the show today. And today, Jalen, we get to kind of go back to kind of sort of my roots, man. We got a guest coming on that I watched him, from a distance, and the team that he played on, and even watched him as he went from high school and on to college and even to the NFL. Watched him, and I'll notice he always had a presence about him, even in junior high school. He had a presence about him, and I really appreciate that. And because we are from the '80s, we are considered old school, Jalen. I'm just telling you right off the top, we are considered old school. But he played on a great team, maybe arguably one of the greatest high school teams in Texas football history, none other than Quentin Smith. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
Hey guys, how you doing this night tonight?
Quentin, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. No complaints. A little warm outside, but hey, you live in Texas, you know what it is. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
August, which means it's about to be football season. So but the heat is the heat.
It is. It's 105, 106 here in Waco today, so it's cranking. It's cranking.
Well, it's cool. It's cooling off here. It's only 100 right now.
Oh, okay.
It's only
So,
100.
as I did in the intro, Quentin, I haven't seen you or spoken to you, man, since the early '80s. At a distance, I saw you uh, doing football season, and we both had an opportunity to go to Ezekiel Cullen Middle School, and I went on the book. I went on to Booker T, and you went on to the world famous Jack Yates Lions, and y'all had a pretty good team in 1985, man. Y'all had a pretty good team in 1985, and just tell us about what it was like, if you could remember back, anticipating going into that '85 season. What was even on y'all's minds, man?
And people, when we talk about this, late Coach McGowan, he tells the story all the time. When we lost to Madison in the Dome in '84, okay, we lost.
Mm-hmm.
We were down 21-0, and they put the juniors in, which was our state team on offense, and we went down the field and made it 21-19 in 5 minutes. And
Wow.
we had a misread at the end and threw an interception. Otherwise, we would get ready to go score. We would have upset them. But we lost that game on Friday night.
Yeah.
Monday morning, everybody laughed at us at school because we lost. We don't normally lose in the
Mm-hmm.
Astrodome. And
Mm-hmm.
in fourth period, you turn your equipment in and all that. We didn't do that. Coach is looking for us. They thought we went to lunch. They couldn't find us. We were outside on the field practicing. We just lost in playoff game. We were outside on the field practicing. So we had that loss in our mind the whole year. And we're like, we're not gonna do this anymore. We're not gonna feel like this anymore. And so we knew we were really good. And we never talked about playing or beating a team in the city of Houston. Because you don't win state in Houston. You got to get out of Houston to win state. So we never feared any team in the city of Houston. Madison beat us. Ironically, I lost to Madison 3 times in 4 years. Freshman year and twice as a junior, and then we beat them my senior year. But that year, once we got rolling, we played on Pittsburgh had us down, which is the only time the whole year, 16-6. And they had us down on 3 field goals to 45 yards. That's why we were down. And Bailey ran the kickoff back, so it was 16-6. The final score of that game was 46-16.
Wow.
So once we kick in, that was a wrap. That was a wrap. You know, we had 3 teams that scored more than 10 points. Okay, we gave up 77 points a year.
And here we are at the beginning kickoff here of the third quarter in this Dallas Carter Houston Yates matchup. Oh, the Yates player breaks.
Still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, a great one of the biggest plays of the second half is the opening kickoff.
Yeah,
and
kind of sets the tone.
And so we're hoping that Yates can start getting back in the game, because you're playing for more than just a score. In game one, as I said last night, we were in Mahia, Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're playing these games, it's more than just a score. You're trying to get your game speed together. You're trying to see what you can do on the field, what you cannot do on the field. So all of those things are important, and you want to make sure that you don't pay too much attention to the score and try to do what you need to do to get better.
Yeah, you definitely just want to get the right plays in here now, see what you can and can't execute, like you were saying, because both of these teams got 9 more games to go. So, like I said, neither team going to be looking to take their foot off the gas, not in week 1 for sure. Even if other guys get to come into the game trying to get experience, you never know when you'll need some of those other players that don't get the chance to play as much. Those guys could end up having to play pivotal minutes as the season progresses. Injuries always a part of the game, so both teams going to still have the foot on the gas here as we enter into this second half. Going to be I formation, second down and 13. And this one is going to be dropped back for a pass. He'll let this one go over near the sticks, and that one is going to be incomplete. So he couldn't get with his intended receiver that time, and it's going to bring up a third down.
None of the games that you play before district have anything to do with your post-district success.
Yeah.
As far as these games don't count toward your playoff opportunity. So, it's Dallas Carter. They came in here knowing that Dallas Carter was 9-3 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, and Carter has been building, like we said, wanted to build on that season from a year ago, as this one is going to be caught. And he's cutting upfield, and he'll be brought out of bounds which should be enough yardage for the first down marker that time, is try to connect with Gerald McAfee on the last play. Unable to. In this play, they're able to get with him. He picks up enough yardage for the first down.
And Yates is coming out here in the opening third quarter and moving the ball just as they did in the opening first quarter. But as that half wore on, Yates seemed to lose a little bit of the steam. So I don't know if that – I'm not making an excuse. I don't know if that's weather-related. It's pretty hot down here on the field. It was 108 degrees up here in Dallas, Texas earlier today.
Oh, yeah, the sun was out all day today. I'm sure that turf is still pretty hot as you see the man taken down. Looks like a fumble, and the Carter's going to take off running with this one. Play has not been blown dead, so this is a fumble that will be taken all the way back to the house, and that is the call that time as they're able to get in, scoop up that ball, and DeQuavius Jackson, the senior, able to pick that one up and bring that one all the way to the house for a Carter touchdown as they get back onto the board without the offense this time.
Well, you just had sometimes it's better to go down, and sometimes it's better to throw that ball away. And so the kid is trying to make a play. And I think we mentioned that in the first half. Sometimes when you're trying to make the play, it can go bad for you, which it did in this particular time.
And this one brought it all the way back for a touchdown once again, and that was DeQuavius Jackson that was able to pick that one up and run in. Senior D lineman able to get his score on the opening game of his senior year, so that's exciting for him. Going to go for two on this one. They'll hand it off and get right up the middle, and that is going to be converted for the two-point conversion. Is able to get that run in from Demarion Boozer, the sophomore, able to run that one in. 49-0 is your score now after that two-point conversion as Carter remains in full control. We've got 9:53 left to go here in this third quarter as we'll see Carter's kick team come back out in just a second. Back to the action here, 49-0 after that last fumble taken all the way back to the house by Dallas Carter. They're getting ready to kick this one back off. Yates lining up to receive.
Yeah, so it's we're here in Dallas, Texas, and it's a little hot outside today, and
it's going to fall down on top of the ball this time. Behind the 10-yard line.
Yeah. So this one has gotten out of control for Yates. We started playing a little bit of an interview we did with 85 Yates player Quentin Smith, and we cut away from it so we can give some airtime to the Carter band as we gave to the Yates band. But we'll put that interview up. And Quentin Smith, former Kansas Jayhawk, former Chicago Bears NFL player. He had a lot to say about that Yates team from '85.
Yes, he did.
He had a lot to say about that Yates team and that averaged only allowing 4 points a game, and while giving out 30 points a game, and so he had a lot to say. We brought up again that question, which team was better? Was the Yates 85 team better, or was the Dallas Carter 88 team better? Y'all can put that in the chat. Somebody, let me hear from somebody on Facebook or on YouTube. Which team was better? That 85 Yates team that won state championship 16-0, or that Dallas Carter team 1988? And although their championship trophy title was taken away from Carter, they were not beat on the field in a state championship game. And they won that. They did win on the field that state championship game. And so, and that Dallas Carter team was loaded with a lot of D1 athletes on that particular team.
Oh yeah. Both teams loaded with a lot of talent, and continue to have a lot of talent over the next few years, even after those championship runs in '88 for Carter and '85 for Yates. Like you said, Quinn Smith made some pretty compelling arguments on there. So go on there and check that out on YouTube, so you guys can join in that debate as well. It's going to be a quick bubble pass to the outside. It's going to be hit out of bounds after he was able to get that catch.
Yeah, he did make a compelling argument. I'd almost like to go a little further with that, and maybe we can get an interview with some of those '85 Yates players and get an interview with some of those 1988 Carter players. And I'm sure
that should be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, when I mentioned it to one of the guys, the staff here at Kincaid Stadium, he said definitely it was the 1988 Carter team that was the best.
No questions.
No question.
From them. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have some differing opinions on that one. 3rd down and 8. It's going to be a drop back from the QB. He slips near the goal line and drop down for a loss, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this is the time where, you know, players have to, the leaders on the team have to step up. You got to get guys, keep their head up, keep playing hard, and you got to play through this. This is a process. This is game 1. This is not the entire season. This is game 1, and the leaders on the team in a situation like this have to really step up and keep these guys focused on the right things.
Yeah. Like you said, it's still week 1. This punt flies up in the air, and it's going to actually be hit at about the line of scrimmage, and a fight for the ball between both sides. It's going to be whoever comes out with it, it will be their ball. And looks like Carter able to come out with the ball that time. Is fight for it on the ground there. Yates had a chance to pick that one up and regain offensive possession. But Carter, good job on special teams, able to get a hand on that ball, and they'll bring it down. It's going to be some short yardage field position for Carter.
I think that one was tipped off the kick.
Yeah. I think somebody at the line was able to get in behind and tip that one away. Let's get a chance to see this Carter offense come back out onto the field.
Hey, definitely want to again thank Top Choice Lending, Ken Gilliard. He came on in the second quarter and talked a little bit about the pride that he has in his team, being a former graduate of Yates. And when we wanted to be able to broadcast these two former powerhouses, Carter and Yates, you know, you got to find business partners that are willing to step up and sponsor something like that. And those guys, Ken Gilliard over there at Top Choice Lending, they did just that. And if you are a Jack Yates alumni or Dallas Carter alumni, and you're looking to purchase a home, get a mortgage, give him a call. You can find him. We'll put his phone number, his 800 number in the chat. And I think I don't know if it's on the banner. Might not be on that particular logo that we have. But it is on there. It is on there. Give those guys a call at Top Choice Lending. Let them help you out. They've been in business. He said that he was in business to help people. So give those guys opportunity to do just that. He's investing back in the school that he went to, and I just think that is highly commendable. Yeah,
we definitely want to give a shout out to him and what he's doing in that community down there in Houston and all over Texas, like you said, for your house needs. Definitely give a call to 800-934-8103. And that is 800-934-8103. It's at the bottom of the screen for anybody that needs to hear that number one more time. And definitely give a call to him to be able to pick out your next home. We've got about 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Carter knocking on the door for another score here as they put in some of their second guys. This is going to be brought down that time after a good run on third down. See if he has enough to pick up that first.
Yeah, this is a time when, you know, the game is pretty much decided, and you can give guys a chance and opportunity to play that don't normally play. This is the time that you can do that.
Yeah, this is the time to get some of those guys in. If you got some younger guys on your squad, get some of them in. Get those guys some varsity experience. No matter what time it is in the game, you never know when you'll need to call on some of those guys. As he's pushing towards the end zone, and looks like he's going to be stuffed right at about the goal line that time. Couldn't punch it in on first down and goal. We'll get another crack at it.
Yeah, he was. He almost had it on that one. He's on the 3-foot line.
Got close, and then that Yates front started pushing him back just a little bit.
It's a real short distance there. He's a short time.
Stop the clock and see some people out on the field. Looks like they're going to try to clear him off the field now and resume play.
Nope, that's going to be a false start on Carter. That's going to back them up about 5.
We'll back them up about 5 yards. Folks, we are here in opening week of the high school football season here in Texas. So in the next quarter, we'll be bringing you some of these scores from games around the state of Texas. Talk about some of these other teams and how they started in this first game of the season. And looks like be able to break the edge, and that will be a touchdown for Carter once again, as that is Demarion Boozer, the sophomore running back, able to come in this time and get some action, get the score to extend this Carter lead once again.
That one was pretty easy. It was a play out to the right, and it was just a sprint to the pylons, just a sprint, and he was pretty fast going out there.
Yeah.
He was able to get there before the Yates defender could get him on the ground. So that'll run this score up. We'll see what happens with this. They're going for 2 here.
Yeah, they're going to line up, try to get 2 on the extra point. Looks like he's going to be able to just run this one in, and he does just that, as that's Caleb Richardson, who took over for quarterback for Quaylen Robinson at the start of this half, and Richardson running the offense just fine. The senior able to score for the 2-point conversion. That brings our score to 57 now for Dallas Carter, as we got just over a minute left to go here in this third quarter. Carter's going to come back out and get ready for a kickoff here in just a few, and we'll be right back. Get back to the action here. This one is going to be returned and brought down at about the 30-yard line. We'll get a chance to see Yates come back out once again. This one will probably run us to the end of the quarter, as we have a running clock here, most likely for the remainder of the game. Oh. That will probably bring us to the end of this third quarter, and it will. 57-0 is the score going into the fourth. Dallas Carter in full control of this game. And that was like both teams walking back to the sideline, and they'll hold the fours up as it is time for the fourth quarter here in the first game of the opening season. Dallas Carter in full control. 57-0 is the score. It's back to the action here in this one as Yates has the ball on the 31-yard line as we're in this final quarter of play. This one going to be a handoff, and he'll be brought down by a swarm of tacklers time.
One thing that you can gauge is I see Yates has still got some of their players in. You got to learn how to play through 4 quarters. So, you know, an endurance test is also another test that you want to make in a game like this. So you get a chance to not just hold up those 4 fingers and say fourth quarter, but play hard through the lines, play hard through these plays. And, you know, you're playing for pride. You're playing for, hey, nobody wants to get shut out. So Yates is wanting to get on the board.
Come out in the I formation. This one would be.
That was a false start.
False start.
Slot receiver started early.
Still working out some of those kinks as it is the beginning of the season. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16. Now the ball on the 25-yard line as Yates will come lining back up.
Want to make sure if you're watching and checking us out, we try to keep some content relevant to high school and college football. Make sure that you lock in and follow the page. Follow the page. Help us continue to highlight some of our amateur student athletes. Kids like here on Dallas Carter's team and on Houston Yates' team.
That was a good catch.
Did he come down with it? Yeah.
Yeah, good catch from that tight end. We got to talk about it a little bit earlier there from Derek Wolford.
Yeah.
Sophomore tight end.
Looks like he's cramping up.
Yeah.
And that's another one of the obstacles you're playing against here. In Texas football in August and September, it's going to be cramping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everywhere in the South pretty much is getting hit with that heat right about now at the perfect time for, as some coaches will say, is beginning of the season, hitting those guys with that heat. I think if they'll be able to fight through that, they should be able to have a pretty good season going forward for the rest of these teams here in Texas.
Well, there is a see what they're calling here.
The rollouts got a man open that time, able to hit him a little bit short of the 1st down marker.
Might
See a
be
late
some
flag
extra,
comes in.
be some extra yardage on that. He pushed him. He was already out of bounds. There is a former Dallas Cowboy, and I do believe someone who still owns a house here in the Dallas area in Prosper, and by the name of Deion Sanders.
Yep.
And he is the current coach of Colorado Buffaloes, and they've got to come to Fort Worth.
Oh yeah, open the season up.
Is it this Saturday coming?
Yeah. This next Saturday they'll open up the season right in Fort Worth, Texas, at TCU. Those of you been to that TCU stadium, you know how the sun is when it's very sunny outside. So Colorado will be getting hit with a good old dose of that heat as they open up their season against the reigning, defending, the national champ runner-ups, as a matter of fact, in the TCU Horned Frogs.
Yeah. So, and you know, it's been a lot of controversy down there as far as because he came in and that speech that he made to the existing Colorado team, kind of exhorting them that, hey, you might want to get in the portal because he's coming with luggage.
He said it's Gucci.
He said Louis.
Louis.
And so Deion, it's been a lot there. They have really done a wonderful job when it comes to media, not only in Colorado, but it started at Jackson. Mm-hmm. And so I do keep up with those guys. But this is one thing that I know that they've got some players on that Colorado team. I think he transferred in, I think 37 or 46 players, something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
A huge number that he transferred in out of the portal. But you better be ready for this Texas heat when you get here.
Yeah, it's going to be no joke when you come out here to Texas. You can practice and try to simulate it as much as you want. I'm pretty positive it doesn't even get close to that hot in Boulder, Colorado, where they play at or where they've been practicing at.
No.
So no way to really simulate that heat.
All that snow on those mountains will be raining down through the neighborhoods. No way.
See a decent run as he's able to make some people miss, but could not tuck the ball away that time. Ball pops out, and we'll see who gets back on top of this one. Looks like
he went back and got it.
Yeah, it looks like Yates able to come down with the ball. He's a sophomore, young player, like you said, still going to be learning. Somebody that could be potentially taking over this offense. So he's got a ways to go as far as how he learns and matures in this offense.
Yeah. You got ball security is one of the main things. You got to be able to maintain ball security. Nobody's going to win if you keep putting the ball on the ground or throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
It's be real tough to win.
Going back to that Colorado team, talked about it a little bit. Like we said, they'll be facing TCU to open up the season here in Texas, and the Big 12 is going underneath some changes currently, as they're going to be moving teams in and out, like a Colorado who used to be in the Big 12. They'll get a chance to rejoin the Big 12, and adding some other guys in this year. They'll be adding in Houston and BYU, UCF. So a new Big 12 is going to be loading, and it's going to be interesting to see how these different teams fare with the different weather and travel. When you think about guys having to go way out to Arizona and Colorado for games now in Texas, it's not like the usual Big 12 where you think the only really far trip was maybe West Virginia. Everything else you're kind of staying in Texas, Oklahoma range. So we'll see how in that new Big 12, how that fares for the existing teams is already there and some of these newer guys joining in from the Pac-12.
And, in November, the teams from Waco and teams from Oklahoma, you got to go to BYU and play.
Yeah.
It's cold.
It's real cold. It's a whole different ball game out there. I know Oklahoma gets real cold in that November time, December time, but I think BYU might be a little bit of a different challenge for them.
So it's one of those things where it's going to be some adjustment in the Big 12.
Yeah.
It's going to be some adjustment, and we're hearing. I don't know if it's signed, sealed, and delivered yet, but Colorado is coming back to the Big 12.
Yeah, they were the first ones to join.
Okay.
Yeah, they joined first before the rest of the Pac-12 was split and came over. Dion must have got word a little bit early, and he joined over quick. And so they'll be coming back to the Big 12.
No, I'm saying I think University of Houston and that crew didn't they come in first?
Yeah, they'll be here this year.
Yeah.
The new Pac-12 wave won't start until the following season. So
okay.
The Houston, UCF, and BYU they'll be playing in the Big 12 this year. This Saturday coming up, and they'll be joined by Colorado, Arizona State, and Utah. As well.
So you got to go to Utah and play in November.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, and that Utah team has been very physical over the years, so not an easy place to play whatsoever. Get to reignite the BYU and Utah rivalry. We'll get to be in the Big 12 as well, so some new things and some changes coming up in the Big 12. This one is going to be a run up the middle, this time on 4th down, unable to pick up that 1 yard, and Carter will stuff them at the line, and Carter will bring that offense back out, which could be the final possession of this game.
Yeah. 3:14 and running. Much different than the game last night. I think we had one of those games that I think we finally got out of there around 11:30.
Yeah, it was after 11:30. Yeah.
Game was still going, and that was in Mahia, Texas. And
we weren't even into the next half yet at this time.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the next half last night until 10 o'clock.
So it's that I think this is it says a lot about this Carter team.
Oh, yeah.
Big props to Coach Spencer Gilbert.
Yeah.
Big props to him. He had his team ready to play, and we did talk to him this week, and he told us the players that he mentioned did stand out in that first half. And
he's got a player breaking away right here through the tacklers, and this one is going to go all the way. And once again, that is Demarion Boozer, the sophomore running back, is going to be able to come in and get another touchdown right here towards the end of the game. And he's making a pretty good name for himself in this one. Not sure how much he was going to play, whether he was going to play a lot of minutes or not if the game was close. But he's definitely put himself in that rotation after tonight.
Yeah, definitely has.
And he'll be able to punch in the extra 2-point conversion as well. So Demarion Boozer having himself a day here to start off the 2023 season for these Carter Cowboys.
Kick this one off. I hope they're going to just let this clock run out. The refs will, yeah, Yates is coming back out.
They'll try to get one more play out of this. Folks, we want to thank everybody that watched with us today. Definitely was a pleasure being able to come up to Dallas and be able to show this game to you guys, broadcast this game for you guys. These two historic programs in the I-45 Classic. Game wasn't very close in today, but we know how these games have been over the years. So once again, want to thank everybody that watched with us tonight.
Want to thank our sponsors. Again, Top Choice Lending. If you have a game somewhere, we have gun and we'll travel. If we can make it work, we will. Let us know. Inboxes at Centex Sports inboxes, and if we can get there and get that game to air, we will definitely do that.
Yep, folks, we definitely reach out to us on any of those social medias. Centex Sports on Twitter, Centex Sports TV on Instagram, CentexSportsNetwork.com as well. Make sure you guys go on there and subscribe. And that will do it, folks, for the final score in this game. 65-0 as Carter with a statement win in their first game of the season here at Kincaid Stadium they're very familiar with, and they come out and they defend home turf in today's game. 65-0. And we say, guys, thank everybody that has been watching with us. Definitely reach out on social medias, whether that be via DM, leave some comments on any of those social medias. If you want to go back and see some of this game, make sure you guys are subscribed to us on YouTube. We'll have some full game stuff on there, and we'll also have some clips and some highlights up as well on the YouTube. So make sure you guys go over to YouTube, check out Centex Sports Network there so you can see some of the replays from this game.
Home ownership is still one of the best vehicles toward accumulating wealth in America. The housing market is starting to heat up again. You don't want to miss your opportunity to start building wealth and stability for your family. You need a mortgage company and a loan officer you can trust. Call Ken Gilliard with Top Choice Lending. Top Choice Lending, specializing in helping all of your mortgage and financing options so you can make a smart and informed decision. Ken, the owner of Top Choice Lending, is one of Houston's top loan officers. If you're ready to get into the home of your dreams, call Ken Gilliard, trusted partner and title sponsor of this broadcast. Top Choice Lending, your source for mortgage